I notice here you've got a post that says you don't like the word simp. Can you explain that? Like, what was the contention with that?
With the word simp,
Yeah.
that I don't like the word simp. I think I was saying that I don't like the simps from uh, certain
Oh,
influencers
sorry.
from
I'm
simps.
I'm misreading. It says, "Is there anything more annoying than a simp?"
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so
don't like simps.
uh, how would you define a simp?
Um, the generalization of what a simp is, somebody who says loves everything of one person. I don't know. Why, how would you define a simp? Somebody who
Well, I'm asking you because you said that you have an issue with the simps of the world out there. So I'm just wondering, how do you define a simp?
I have an issue with people who will argue in favor of somebody without thinking through the issues. It's somebody that will um
But is that the definition of a simp? You said there's. Is there anything more annoying than a simp? So I'm trying to understand what your definition of a simp is.
yeah, I'm trying to articulate what a simp is. I think we all kind of know what it is, and I had never needed to articulate it. The what
Well,
is
you
a
find
simp?
them annoying, so you must know what they are.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we all know what simps are. So, what is a simp? Somebody who follows somebody to the ends of the earth. I don't know how to name that.
So you don't know what a simp is.
Okay.
Well, actually, you have the definition posted below here. It says, "What does a simp mean?" Simp is slang insult for men who are seen as too attentive and submissive to women, especially out of failed hope of winning some entitled sexual attention or activity from them. I think it's an unfair exchange. I think when it's a guy that does something for a woman and gets an unfair exchange in return, that's what my definition of a simp is: a guy that doesn't have a lot of dignity for himself.
I think a lot of men influencers also have male simps. I think that a simp is not necessarily just a
Oh,
man
I'd
who does
agree.
something for a
Oh,
woman.
I'd agree. Yeah,
There's
there's definitely guys out there that like worship male influencers for sure.
absolutely. I think that that post was inspired by a male simping for another male.
Oh, okay. So it was male simping for another male.
Sure,
Okay, got it. Do you think a man can simp for women though?
of course, and they do
What would be an example of a man simping for a woman?
the same in what you just described. A man who will
Like an unfair exchange?
absolutely.
So isn't a 23-year-old getting with a 40-year-old with four kids who's older and already has children an unfair exchange to the 23-year-old?
If the 23-year-old would like that to happen, how is that unfair? He's getting something in return.
Well, from an outsider's perspective, because it's the outsider that calls somebody a simp. So by your definition, your son would be a simp.
My son is not with a 40-year-old woman, so again, I would really like to leave this.
Using that example, using that as an
I don't know
example.
why we need to use my kid as an example, honestly.
Because you're a parent and I'm trying to establish something here.
If my son was happy with a woman, regardless, okay, if the 40-year-old woman didn't have any children, would it be the same problem? Or is it the children that you have a problem with?
It compounds with the problem. The problem is that she's too old for him.
So what about a 50-year-old man with a 20-something-year-old woman? Is that not too old?
That's pretty routine. I mean, sorry,
It is
that's
pretty
not
routine.
as routine, but it's more commonly accepted.
It's a
And
May-December relationship. We all
it's
know
been
those.
around
Those
that
are
way for
pretty
thousands of
common.
years because men are
Sure.
success objects, right? And women are beauty objects. So that exchange of the successful older guy with the beautiful younger woman happens and it's accepted. That's why Leonardo DiCaprio trades in his girlfriends when they hit a certain line in the sand and just gets another model, right? Because
What
he's
is
Leonardo DiCaprio and he can do that.
Lemonis? I forgot his first name. He had that show on CNBC. Um, you know who I'm talking about?
No, Moff, do you know what it
Marcus
is?
Lemonis. Yeah, Marcus Lemonis.
Marcus Lemonis. Thank you so
Mhm.
much. Yeah, from the he's something about an entrepreneur show. Used to love to watch that show. He's married to a woman much older than him,
Mhm.
and they seem very happy. I mean,
So
listen
was
again.
Macron. He married his teacher, that French
He did.
prime minister.
There,
Moving
I would
forward.
have the issue with the fact that she was his teacher. I think
No.
that's probably it's a little different when you meet somebody as an adult.
Mhm.
Again, I'm married to somebody 9 years my junior that I met as an adult. I think that's very different. If I would have been his teacher, I think this would be a very different conversation.
Mm.
So, in that case, I think that that's just wrong because of the sphere of influence that she had over him.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I don't see, listen, if my kid wants to marry an older woman, that's his choice. I'm not
Fair
gonna
enough.
I'm not gonna get between him. What
It's
if
your
he
kid.
wants to marry a man? I'm not gonna stop him. What if he wants to, like it's almost
Do
it's
drugs and cocaine and heroin. We're back to this again. Like,
What if he said, "Ma, I think I was born a man when I should be a woman," and he wants to cut off his Johnson and become a woman and call himself Nancy? Would you be okay with that? Would you endorse that? Would you co-sign that?
I would I don't know how I'd handle it because I'm not in that position. However, I have friends who are trans, and I would not support it for a minor. If you are an adult and this is something you choose to do, that is your
Mhm.
choice. I again,
Um,
I don't know how I would handle it personally. I've never been in that situation.
I really hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full-length podcast, you can find that over here, that clip's from. If you're newer to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe over here and pin down below in the top comment. You'll find a bunch of useful links to my website, my supplement line books, and a bunch of other stuff. Have an amazing day. Peace out.